Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, it's New Mutator here, and I'm joined once again by everyone's favorite co-caster, PunkUser.
Well, I'm not sure about everyone's favorite, but happy to be here.
And we're actually going to be looking at a double elimination round 2 game between, what is this, ZOMG and who is that, Until Last Man Stand?
Yep.
Is that what it is? I can hardly tell because they got a couple of substitutes. It looks like.
Yeah, a little weird. I guess Captain and Zach are not on ULMS, and
they're on Discorders.
Paladise, and I don't know about this Toynbee guy.
Paladise. I mean, everybody seems to check out. I think on ZOMG. I mean, they're led by Noble Steed, who's Genghis. I think Honky, Kramisi,
Yep.
they're on the team. Highwire's on the team. Homer, Paladise, they're on the team. And I'm guessing that's Bunny. I don't really know.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Toynbee? I have no idea what that is.
Is Bunny on their team?
I don't know. I have no idea. That could be a substitute too. So this is Myth World Cup 2013. And this is actually game 1 from the this particular series. So we're going to dive in and show you a little bit of some competitive Myth 2 action. 2-team action here. This is Fosgurich Ruilik. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Somebody will tell us how to pronounce it right after.
Yeah, please correct me if you know how to pronounce that. And so we're currently looking at, this is Until Last Man Stand, and across the way in the southwest is going to be ZOMG.
Yeah, so I haven't seen, actually, I think, either of these teams play in this matchup. I subbed once for ULMS, I guess a couple weeks ago, but this is the game after that, so be interesting to see how they do.
Indeed, yeah. I think we casted a game by them actually a week or two ago with Drunken, and I'm not sure if I've casted ZOMG. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, there were a couple of the first games that I cast actually. So for this year, so we'll see how they're doing. They were kind of a dark horse team that took the lead. I don't know if they were #1 seed. They may have been #2 coming out of the QR, but they did pretty well. And so this is in the double elimination round 2, like I said. So still in the top bracket, I believe.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure you're right, because last week. No, that would spoil who wins this game. So yes, top bracket. I would say that on paper, you know, ZOMG is definitely the stronger team here. ULMS is put together from free agents, so not always the most team chemistry when you do that. But
ZOMG though kind of was put together out of free agents as well. But the free agents are kind of like a little bit higher tier.
Yep,
is how I would put it. But the other thing to keep in mind is Zach and Captain both come from a pretty high tier team themselves, so they're going to be trying to sub ULMS to victory here. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I feel like with all the recent drama about subs in ratings, you know, this game was clearly overlooked.
Right. All the recent forum shenanigans going on. So this is Capture the Flag, and I don't know if you've played much of this map, Punk, but I mean, you know, there's this river with these bridges, and I don't know, I've seen some good games on this map, and I think maybe Capture the Flag has been played in the past, I want to say.
Yeah, I don't think in Myth World Cup, but it certainly happens in Ravel games sometimes. With this light sort of trade, I think you end up with typically with sending most of your archers middle, and then you sometimes have these like really large pus warrior flanks that try to just bust in and either pinch the middle or just go right for the flag.
Yeah, I'm seeing Kramisi up in the north. He's basically going north with just some warriors. You know, interestingly enough, he doesn't have goals or pus with him or anything like that to round him out. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe some kind of guerrilla flank. But,
yeah, I mean, Zach's gonna run into him.
Scout him out really fast there. So yeah, I mean, usually
it's funny. Right after I said that, both teams are doing exactly what I just said.
What's that? Oh, the
warrior flanks, archers mid.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, you got to go with if you're not going straight through mid, you got to send something mobile, right? Because it's capture the flag. You want to put pressure on their flag before they can put pressure on yours. So you have to send something mobile if you're going to go around the sides. Otherwise, it's going to take you all day to get there, and by then the initiative will be out of your hands. So that's why it makes sense to send warriors and ghouls, which are basically the most mobile units that you have the option of trading for.
Yep, totally agreed. I mean, there's a reason why most people do it, and it's because it works. On other maps where it's common to, the variation that you tend to get will be that sometimes you'll get people that go all mid or a large fraction of their force mid, but the problem with this map is it's actually a little bit constrained in the mid there, as you see. So rushing mid can be, shut down by dwarves and such. So that's why people tend to send a lot of their faster units around the side, I think.
Yeah, and archers mid is pretty typical. I mean, archers are really good. They're really good deterrent. If they're backed up by some melee or something against a rush as well, especially when there's so many of these. Archers just to raid in a line, because you're going to be taking a lot of damage when you rush in there. The only way that it would be a good target for rushing would be if you took some of the warriors that you're putting on the flanks, if you have those rushing mid, which there's only a few for each team, it looks like, and some pus going down, of course.
Definitely. So it looks like on the north, ULMS fell back to come reinforce mid, so we'll see whether Kremisi looks like he's going to ignore mid and go for the flag.
Yeah, it does look kind of like that, and by now he's joined by, it looks like 3 Puskulls.
Yeah.
So that could be good for him. We'll see. It looks like Zach is aware of his presence there. I'm not sure if he's going to move to intercept or not. But the thing is, Kremisi's going to have to move through some of this terrain.
Yeah, I mean, that said, though, these guys got to send stuff back pretty much now.
Because they hardly have anything.
They only have 3 thrall. Yeah, they don't even have a
like
dwarf or anything.
4 thrall? No, 3 thrall.
Yeah, there we go. No, you're right, there's 4. That's definitely not enough.
Definitely not. And it looks like, indeed, Zach is going to move back to intercept. And in the south, I mean, High Wired is going to be moving on Spooky.
Yep.
Or is it the other way around?
Captain High Wired. I see Captain High Wired. Who's? Oh, I see the Gull. Spookies.
Yeah, I mean, Captain High Wired, I guess, is retreating from Captain, and I guess Spooky has a Puskull there that almost got taken out. So
yeah, I mean,
looks like High Wired is retreating. And meanwhile, while all that's happening, there's the obligatory Archer battle mid, which looks to be, pretty intense. 79–80%.
Fairly even so far, I'd say.
Looks like a Pus gets wasted right in the middle of the map.
Yep.
And it looks like Paladise. I know Paladise intimated to me that archers are his weakest unit. So
he's playing pretty aggressively with him there.
If you're fighting Paladise, take note. Oh my gosh, Spooky does lose that goal in the south. And I mean, in the north, there's an exchange as well. It looks like.
Yeah, so it looks like Zach got back, and also Vigor's gotten back too to help defend.
Yeah, so Kremisi is going to be running away. It looks like, and he loses a few of those warriors. Probably didn't want to lose so many.
I think Kremisi really needs to run. Yeah, and probably should have run earlier. He doesn't have nearly enough to even take those archers anymore.
But in the south,
this is good. Bringing the thrall back. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, he could just leave the thrall there and bring the archers back to mid.
Wait, you mean the, let's see, who is this, Vigor?
Vigors, yeah. He doesn't need the archers there anymore.
No, definitely doesn't need all this stuff there.
Dwarf goes down in the mid. I don't know why he was... I didn't see green, General Pepper, I think. But he's pretty much rushing at, what, 8 archers. Seems a little unwise. Well, maybe we're gonna have Father Xmas do the same. Oh no, he backs up.
Yeah, it's a little bit, looks like some coordination issues are really hurting Until Last Man Stand here. Looks like they are going to give up the middle and retreat just a little bit, give the high ground up, but create some distance.
Yeah, I see Spooky's saying the same thing as we just suggested as well.
Which is probably for the best. I mean, you know, yes, they have a few archers remaining, but if they insist on fighting there, I think they're outgunned and probably going to lose the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
leading the charge, but Honky doing pretty good too.
I don't know if they really... Well, they still got a fair number of warriors. Yeah, okay. Not bad. If they could take out those dwarves, they could... They have enough warriors to rush, right?
You mean until last man stand?
Yeah.
Looks like Homer's going to go for it and basically shoot through Pepper's Thrall here, which might be a kind of a nice breakthrough for ZOMG goals, who they're actually down just a little bit, 7% there.
Yep.
And actually,
but I mean, really,
we saw a couple nice push shots as well. Yep.
Yeah, really, it's these dwarves they need. If they could take them out on this map to eat through all those Thrall.
Homer's going to go for it. He's going to take some arrow fire in the back, and Vigor's finally arriving on the scene. I think they could have used the presence of his archers earlier.
Yep.
And I think ZOMG goals are going to retreat back to their home, I guess. At least it looks that way.
It's a little weird.
Going to lose that archer.
Why are they falling back here? That's a good question. There's nobody pushing them.
Because they're down in percentages, and I'm not really sure why.
Oh no, here we go. Zach's in the north. His color is just difficult to see. Yeah, Zach's Russia flag there.
Where's Zach?
In the north.
Oh, there he is. You mean in the south? I was looking all over the map.
Oh yes, sorry, north of their flag.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, my bad.
5 minutes remaining.
Nice. Yeah, and so, I mean, you know, Genghis desperately headed back there. Unfortunately, he has a lot of Thrall.
Flag contested.
Which are going to get there a little bit late. He also has the home Thrall, which I think he's going to gather up and maybe make a stand here. He does have a Puskull on that flag, although there are a couple Puskulls from Zach here, who I think, nope, it's not a Puskull, it is a satchel.
Yeah, Zach's playing this well, though. He's basically, at this point, you just want to slow down the...
Unfortunately, though,
the
while
dwarves,
that was happening...
Yeah, that Pus is going to screw him.
Yeah, and he ended up losing most of his warriors. So I think he could have taken that flag, but ended up getting pussed while he was trying to micro his pus, and that ended up...
Too late now. But yeah, it was a good try.
Good effort, but good defense there by Genghis, keeping his team in the game. They're now just 3% down, 2% at this point. There's other units being lost elsewhere.
Still a really even game, percent-wise, yeah. So yeah, this is the question at this point. Nobody has enough near the other person's flag because everyone fell back on defense. So which team decides to play ballsy here?
Yeah, that's going to determine the outcome of this game, I think, is you know, the level of aggressiveness at this point, since there's only 3.5 minutes left, and it's going to take, you know, a good minute or so to get across the map, maybe even longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point I'd say, like, the Thrall are too slow. Leave them at the base.
Yeah, I don't know if
maybe leave a dwarf, but send everyone else ahead. Oh dear, yes.
Got a nice bounce there from Genghis, was it? Sure, but
no,
he's going to move in and maybe take a shot on Father Xmas there. Nice shot there. That was Honky. The beautiful micro there from the dwarf. Actually keeping those goals in the game from Highwired. Nice play there, keeping them alive. And it looks like, I mean, it's still close. It's still close. They just pulled ahead by about 3%, but...
yeah, I mean, Father Xmas's, you know, force was just out of position.
Unfortunately, it looks like Vigor isn't really aware of what's happening. I mean, he has a pretty good, significant force there with these archers, and if he teamed up with Scratch, I think maybe they can do something with those archers.
Yeah, I mean, if they defend with those archers, there's no way.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for the defense because they just don't have enough melee. Like, they can move out with their Thrall, but it's going to take too long. They're not going to be able to get to that flag.
Exactly. The risk is that I think they have no dwarves, whereas ZOMG Gauls have 2.
Scratch should probably... not go on the offense.
Yeah.
Just saying. Highwired is going to scout him out with his goals. And actually Spooky has a Puskull, it looks like, remaining. He's going to scout as well. Scout that Zerks own my goals middle force. Or
yeah, these guys really got to just play. Oh, Vigor's coming out. Okay. They really got to play for time. The problem is with the Gull, they can probably contest. But really at this point, like, just dancing around, trying to force the warriors to wait up for the rest of the slow units is what I would typically try to do.
Spooky duds, but picks it back up. Uh-oh. Zach loses that gold there.
Oh, they do have a dwarf. Okay, they do still. General Pepper has one, so... Yeah, they should be able to stall now.
Oh. Looks like Spooky ended up missing with his dwarf. Does Genghis see it? Genghis actually loses his dwarf to General Pepper.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a nice shot there.
Definitely. Oh, almost got the Sagittarius
Genghis
too.
is considered one of the top all-time mithers.
So, definitely. I'm a little curious though why Genghis, at this point, I would argue should be taking his Gull around the side to go try to contest this flag. I think they're gonna run out of time.
Where are you looking?
30
well, he just died.
Yeah, that's probably why.
But it was near Scratch's stuff.
I thought General Pepper might have lost that dwarf for a second, but it looks to have come out unscathed, so which is pretty good.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do
Still
there.
really close in percentages, which is partially why we decided to cast this game. A lot of people suggested games to me that weren't close at all. Nice shot there on the dwarf and the archers exchanging fire, basically killing each other. But time is going to end up running out. Very interestingly, both teams ended up with the same percentages left remaining with their armies. But, however, too far away to be able to contest each other's flag. And
yeah.
I'm not sure if they had enough on offense. I mean, if the game was longer, and look at this, Paladise had a dwarf at home. I think maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, they basically needed to get through those archers with one dwarf still alive to kill the thrall, right?
Even so, they had a journeyman on their flag, which would have been tough to deal with. I mean, you need something to contest the flag with, and both teams, I think, lost all their goals, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a close game, for sure.
Goals are, of course, you know, the best unit to contest a flag with, because they can outrun just about everything.
Yeah, they may have even had too many thrall for that, but that's what I was saying. You know, a minute ago they had one left, so I was surprised they didn't try with it. But
it's pretty hard to. I mean, what would you have taken as much thrall? I mean, thrall are good for defending a flag, but if you have a lot of thrall on your defense and then try to move them in, like they're really slow. So it's hard when you're in that situation where you only have 3 minutes remaining or something like that. It's hard to mobilize your force if it's mostly just thrall.
Yeah, I mean, thrall like kind of the safe trade or whatever. They're a pretty defensive unit. Yeah, right.
One unit trading point.
Yeah, so you can stall well with them. Whereas warriors, you know, it's kind of you either get a good rush or you lose them all and then lose the game.
All right, so let's look really quick at the players in the game. Looks like Bunny was just observing. Actually, now that I look at it.
Yep.
Interestingly enough. So I think that means that ZOMG was playing with a man down. I want to say. Yeah, looks that way.
Yep.
But still managed to tie it out. And I think, pretty sure ZOMG, well, should I give it away? I don't know. We might cast another one. What do you think? Do you want to cast one more? We might cast game 4. I know nobody requested these games, but that's because the games people requested were like, they were basically trolling me, so they weren't close at all. So we might cast game 4 just because it looks interesting, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next game.